Hi everybody, it's your buddy Maynard. Been kind of wanting to do a video like this for a while, kind of show you, this is my office, this is my room, this is where I work out of. And for all my streams, video editing, working and all that, this is pretty much where I am. And I figured, not only that's in here, but I've got a lot of projects I work on, all of my consoles and my collections in here, so why not I just show you all what I have. So let me go ahead and flip the camera around, and I'm gonna have to flip the microphone, so give me a second here. Let me just do this. Just gonna take the microphone and flip it so it can face me so I can talk. Perfect. There we go. Okay. So here we are. I'm sitting on my office chair. It is a Kirbys chair. I can show you guys. And my Kirbys chair is right here. So this is the office Kirbys chair that I have. I took the cushions off. I didn't want it. But this is my PC setup. This is where I do a lot of my streaming and gaming for PC and stuff. My desk is always a mess. This area is always a mess. There's always something around here that I always need, and it's always within arm's reach whenever I need something. But I got two of the same monitors. I think it's the VQ427s through Asus. FX8350 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive, 120 SSD with Windows 10 Pro running on it, with a 4 gigabyte overclocked Strix RX 470. So neat little budget setup that I have. It does what I need to do my streaming and stuff. But like I said, everything is within arm's reach of what I need. So I got my 40-inch TV that has the camo print on it. And funny, I got it last year just around Black Friday, and I got it for like $150. Which is funny, if you wanted the black bezel one, it would have cost me another $100 more. So it's like, I'm gonna save me $100, and I think it looks good in the with the wood paneling here in the room. Because yeah, the whole room that I'm in, this is a whole wood paneled room. My room is pretty much the hottest room in the whole house. So, but like I said, I also have my audio setup. I run through 3.5mm analog. I run all my audio through a stereo surround sound, which I use Audio-Technica headphones, and I've got my Blue Yeti there ready to go for any streaming. Modern consoles, PlayStation 4 slim model, and I've got my Switch right there. And over here, this is all my modern console stuff. I just actually put this together here about 2 weeks ago. This is just a little $20 fix-up that I did. I found this level up cabinet for 360 for $5 at a Savers. And what I did is I put all my modern games in it, and behind it, if I can move my chair here, behind it, I've got a USB charger ready to go. It's a little bit of a mess, but I'll clean it all up. But I keep my controllers on top, and they're always charging and ready to go. PlayStation 4, Switch, which, by the way, thanks Cody and Kelsey. I'm very happy with this from Pink Gorilla Games. This is the Okami physical collection, or the physical edition of Okami HD for the Switch. Never came out in the States, but we have it. I have it here. It's a Japanese import, and it plays still in English. So I have a physical copy of it. I'm super happy with that. Funny enough, I just posted on a couple of Facebook places. I'll put a link to this. New TPU case came in for my Switch, because I plan to travel a little more next year and take my Switch with me. I always wanted something like a protective case for it, which I have a hard case for it that I put it in, like it closes up, but I wanted something to protect the Switch while I'm playing. So $5, less than $5 on Amazon, 2-day Prime shipping. I'll get you the link on that below. So this is kind of the retro area that I have. Genesis is always hooked up and ready to go at any time. The Neo Geo is in actually already. My MVS, it is hooked up via RGB or component, like older component. So we've got my OSSC always ready to go. So I actually just updated my OSSC. It's really great. Run SCART or component 240p, upscale it 3 or 4 times scale to run on an HD TV with barely no input lag, and looks fantastic. So if you've seen some of my streams of my retro consoles that I use, that's what I use to upscale to play games, and it's a wonderful piece of device. So OSSC, if you can't afford a FrameMeister, go OSSC. I prefer OSSC. So yeah, my room's always a mess. I've always got things I'm working on, like I'm working on a laptop for a coworker. There's my laptop, a whole bunch of bloop. The bed where nothing happens except for sleep. I am a big fan of Metroid, and you may notice I've already got 2 Metroid things here. This is from what is it? The ThinkGeek. This is the ThinkGeek poster you can get. It's like a canvas poster. That is a one of, I want to say, 82 prints of one of my favorite artists. I cannot remember the gentleman's name, and he only did 82 of these. I'm trying to see if I can get his name on there. I won't focus, but he's only got 82 prints of these, and I've got one of them. It's kind of cool to have. So if we come around here, I have my own mini fridge, which is amazing. It's kind of nice to have your own mini fridge, and it's always stocked. Like, unfortunately, no, it does not have ski in there right now, but I do have 4204's Blood Orange, which is amazing. But I'm always a fan of cheap cola and cheap soda, so it's usually what it's mostly stocked, or ski. So my old CRT is always on standby. Below that, I actually have a double platinum arcade machine. It's one of those bar top arcades. It works perfectly fine, and that was a freebie that I've had for 2-3 years, and I'm actually happy to have. Over here is my storage, one of my storage closets that I have. And I don't think the camera is going to pick it up too well, but it's always got stuff stocked in here ready to go. My old Xbox stuff's in here. PS3 I need to work on, my vinyls. And then over here, more stuff. My 360 is ready to go in here. A lot of my books. Oh, there's my original Cyberpunk book. I need to break that out, especially for Cyberpunk 2097 coming out. Woohoo! But I've also got more of my analog setup stuff here for audio. I'm a big audiophile. I love working with stuff like this. I need to put a new fuse in this stereo receiver so I can reuse it again, because I've got a matching radio and a matching equalizer with it. I've got 2 of the same equalizers up there too, which I got them for super cheap at thrift stores. I think it's an old Technics, if I remember correctly. It's an old Technics setup, and yeah, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a complete in-box Steel Battalion. It took me 6 years to find one of those. And I have to thank Game Trader 2. Chuck sold me that, and let me tell you, Matt Gurley, who's in my retro group, gave me a heads up on it too. So I got it to the store just before an ice storm and picked it up. It is complete in box. It has everything, and I've also added line of contact in there too. So it's literally, I'd say 120% complete, because it has both the games, and it's a first edition with the green buttons. So always got little knickknacks and stuff hanging around here. And there's a really cool photo that from another artist I enjoy with one of my favorite cars from the 80s. It's the Ferrari Testarossa. So here's something really cool. That is a project of mine, which works perfectly fine. This is an original 1979 Space Invaders, and it is a cocktail cabinet variation of it, and it works perfectly fine. I can actually get things set up here. I'll have to do it one-handed. I have to break out the cable. Yeah. But it has a plexiglass on top, which I'm going to be replacing. However, I do plan on getting a full glass for it. So we'll actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to boot it up. It actually works perfectly fine. See if I can get the camera set up in a good position. About right there. Just give me a second here. I'll show you that it works perfectly fine. Switch. It'll ring just to show you guys real quick. original panels and all that. It does have a credit button on here somebody put on there before, but it works, and it is a legit. It's an original 1979 Space Invaders. Let it run a little bit so I can show you guys. Actually, I can lift the plexiglass. You get a clearer picture, but we'll keep the plexiglass on, and I need that screen protected. Yeah, it's a legit Space Invaders. And I got this from a Facebook find. Got it for $150, which I was shocked. It works perfectly fine. So let me set this down right here. We're gonna play a quick round of Space Invaders to show you. If my camera would cooperate with me. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, it works. It works great. And I plan on getting a new glass piece for this. I've got original stickers are down here from where it originally came from, but the coin door. Yeah, here's the coin door. Coin door has, you can't see it, but there's a whole bunch of parts in here that will allow me to put the glass piece in there. And I've still got the original card too, so that's a nice little project I'm going to work on. And so that leaves us over to here. On top of my dresser, we have some of my consoles. So N64, Wii, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, Nintendo, Saturn's back there. I got one of these, and I know John Hancock just did a review on one of these. I am waiting for the hack because it is based upon one of these. So this is the arcade variation that they have, but it's based on one of these. This is the RS-97. I'm going to wait for the firmware update and then update it and then do a review on it, which will do great. But here's the meat and potatoes of my collection, basically, which is unbelievable. This is 6 years of collecting, basically. So 6 years, this is what I've got. This is all my Nintendo. I mean, all the Mega Mans are right here. Holy Diver, Classic Nintendo Edition. Just got that in from Pink Gorilla. There's Riggs card right there. Pretty much every common Nintendo game's in here, I could say right now. And it needs to be reorganized because I have so much. And on top, you know, I've got Sonic Mania and a lot of my guides and books that I have. But next shelf down, we have Super Nintendo, which there's my original PowerFest 94 hat, which if you see here, that's the original tag that was with it that I bought it for $2.99. Still can't believe it. I gotta send that down to Steve Wright. He's gonna take that over to the Video Game Museum. They don't have one. But all of my Super Nintendo stuff is right here. I've got quite a bit of Super Nintendo games. And oh look, there's an Earthbound. Yeah, I've got an Earthbound. And I mean, just I grew up on both Nintendo and Super Nintendo first, and then I got into Sega Genesis. So, but these were priorities. Especially, I'm really excited. I'll go ahead and announce it now. This will be played as the Thanksgiving special, so I will be playing Cindy Hunter in the Caverns of Death. That is, I got this from John Lester, who was Gamester 81. Got it at PGRE. So, John, if you're watching, look out. This will be on Twitch. I'll be streaming this on Twitch. And this is actually from Reggie. I bought his Kirby's Dream Land 3. Thanks for the deal on that, buddy. I've got my original Mo GameCon and my PGRE badge here. People have always asking me, what the heck is this flag? I will give you a minute. First things first, no. Don't even go there. Don't even say it. But I'm a big Gundam fan. And Char is one of my favorite characters. And so, yes, I prefer the Zeon Federation. So that is actually a Zeon Federation flag. You can call them space Nazis all you want, but come on. Gundam. Come on. Original 0079. Love that shit. I was kind of happy to find one of the flags. So, yeah. Gundam stuff. Yes. Continuing with my collection, we come down here and I've got Nintendo 64, which is like, oh my goodness. I wish there was a better way to show off my games. Like, get some of these labels and have these labels made so I can show what they are. But I do have a Sin and Punishment. I do have the Brawler controller. I need to get a replacement part for it. It's one of the unlucky ones who pre-ordered it and got it. But a couple of Japanese imports. Which pin is this? Oh, that's my work pin. This is all work stuff right here. So, but all this is N64, and also GameCube. So I have GameCube down here. And this is my complete inbox collections of games are right there too, with a couple of CDs, some Protoman CDs. If you didn't see, I do have a Protoman little collection thing right there, which is really cool. But so there's plenty of games in here to look at. I mean, it's all good. Lots of good games. I mean, Kirby's Air Ride, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I just got Phantasy Star Online Plus. And then I also have modem and broadband adapter. So these can be used to play online. And actually, on top of that, if I find somebody else who has Kirby Air Ride and this, we can system link, which is really cool. Never got to mess with this. I've still got my Wander Swan here, but I never got to mess with my barcode battler. This is a really unique Japanese toy. You take barcodes off things and then you turn them into monsters. Or basically battle components, and you fight each other. So you can go out and find a random barcode, scan it, and then scan another barcode, and then scan, and one person can scan a power-up, and another person can scan a power-up, and then you fight each other. It's really funny. I think it's really cool. You never know what you can find because it's barcodes, so anything can happen. It's all random. So down here, you got more TurboGrafx 16 with its custom AV board. A couple of my DS games, my Wii U's back there. My original DMG Fat Game Boy is right here. It's this one. And this was one that I just restored. 3DS. Neo Geo. My MVS carts. And then back here we've got Super Famicom, which I have a Super Metroid and an F-Zero. And a very unique one I've never seen before. This is a very weird. It's sealed, so no complaints there. But I do have something very unique here. That is a professionally remade Super Famicom Wars. You can only get it two ways. You can get it through a custom cart or download it on the Satellaview. And I've actually got it in a custom reproduction cartridge. And this is actually, it's heavy. It's really well made. I'm happy with it. Behind that, X2 and X3. Great games, but this is kind of my meat and bones here for Super Famicom. Is my complete in box Super Metroid. Favorite game of all time. Super happy to have this. This has everything in it, including the card. So that stays right up there. It's barely ever played. Down here, we have Genesis. This is all Sega stuff. And this is overloaded. Like, holy crap, overloaded. Most of my Genesis games. Outrun 2019, really good game. I'm a sucker for the Air Force series from Electronic Arts. These are really cool polygonal flight simulators. Let's see, what else? I mean, there's so much in here. There's Lightning Force. I've got Sonic 3, Game Shark, Battletoads, Thunder Force 2. There's a lot of good games in there. But then Sega Saturn, I have a huge passion for Sega Saturn. Memory card, a couple games, but doesn't hurt because I do have pseudo Saturn. But Police Knots, reproduction of Panzer Dragoon Saga, thanks to K up in Portland. Thanks, dude. I still have yet to play it. Galactic Attack, Virtual Cop 2. A lot of my imports are right here. There's Henry Breakers. Let's see what else. There's Snatcher. So I do have a Snatcher. So I have Snatcher and Police Knots. Which this Police Knots, oh my god. This thing is so freaking pretty. I am so happy to have this. It has everything in there. One day I will be doing a playthrough of that game. Behind that, more Saturn imports. Like, oh my god, do I have enough? No, I don't. I need more. Sealed games too, like both of my Virtua On and Virtual On online editions are sealed. Nights into Dreams is sealed. I've got a Soul Hackers with everything in it. 3D controller, and then behind that, over here, I know it's misorganized, but one day I'll get it all cleaned up. I got a little collection of Dreamcast games, which I have a couple of imports. Looks like I have imports of F355 and Street Fighter Alpha 3, so 03. But I have some good games in there. My favorite racing of all time is right there, Rush 2049, and I still have my Day 1 Shenmue, and my Day 1, Day 1 Soul Calibur, Day 1 Sonic Adventure, and I think my Phantasy Star Online, my Phantasy Star Online is right there. So Phantasy Star, Sonic Adventure 2, Soul Calibur, those are games I bought Day 1 when they launched. Those were great, and tons of EMUs. I'm always ready with EMUs. Always, always, always. If you have a Sega Saturn, always have certain batteries on ready to go, which just to show you, these are 2032 batteries. Have these prepped because you're going to need them, because if you don't change your battery out immediately and the things start to go down, you lose your memory, and it's always best to invest in a memory card as well so you don't lose your data. Oh, I didn't notice, I forgot to show you, I have some original Famicom games in there too. And I've got a couple of other games that I got in from Pink Gorilla, thanks with the Sega 3D Classics, which is still sealed, and the Planet Puzzle League. So I've got Picross, Clubhouse Games, and Planet Puzzle League. I just need to get, what is the last one I need? Tetris. I'd be happy. Now, at the bottom here is PlayStation. This is all PlayStation stuff, except for this little bugger here. This was a freebie game that I got. Which actually, it's read out. It's read out for it's the Lightspeed edition for Xbox One. I'll have to give that to somebody. Probably Ken's Increase. But there's a lot of good games down here. So much. My PS2 is already starting to get out of whack. I need to get those set over. I need to set those over with my Switch stuff. I just realized that. I'm an idiot. But hey. First PlayStation game ever released for the PlayStation, Ridge Racer SLPS 0001. Pretty crazy, but I have that now, thanks to Pink Gorilla again. Man, Cody and Kelsey are just hooking me up. There's a couple of great games in here. Ace Combat Zero, Sub Rebellion, Odin Sphere, another good game. Move over all this stuff. I got all the Resident Evils, Silent Hill, pretty much all the Ridge Racers, Gran Turismos, Gun and Battle Assault. I've got In the Hunt in here somewhere, Bloody Roar, Doom, Final Doom, Tomb Raider, Wipeout, Armored Core, all the Final Fantasies, Einhander, Crash Team Racing, Symphony of the Night, Descent Maximum. I've got so much. This is just getting ridiculous. But I think one of the most zaniest things that I have 2 imports of PlayStation games. So I've got the Ridge Racer. This is my other one. I showed Reggie Williams this, Radical Reggie. This is kind of my prized possession of PlayStation games. This is Race Driving a Go-Go. This is the definitive version of race driving if you want to play it. And I've discussed it before. I've said it many times. I love this game so much because it taught me how to drive thanks to a clutch. Because my first car had a clutch. And I played the arcade version, loved it to death. Played it when I was a kid. Really experienced it when I got older. But this is a very hard import to find, and I'm super happy to have it. Took me at least 5 years to find a really good copy. I mean, this thing is pristine. I mean, pristine, with spine card and everything. And I'm ruining it with it opening its door like that. But as you see, spine card, all that. But it's pretty much the original arcade game with tons of features on it. My Metal Gear patches. I'm a big Metal Gear fan. Over here with PS2. And let's see here. Ridge Racer 5, first game to go golden. Funny. Ridge Racer 5 for PS2 and the original Ridge Racer. Good stuff. Ace Combat 5, Dragon Guard 2, GT4, Luminous, Sylphied, Sly Cooper series, Tokyo Extreme Racer series for the PlayStation 2. And then we come over here to PS3. And there's my original box for my Neo Geo controller, which cost me an arm and a leg to get. But we have 3D Dot Game Heroes. That's my day one Japanese import. Day one US release. Under Defeat HD. Great game. So glad I still have this. This game's actually going up in price. So if you can find one of these for cheap, grab it. Great shooter. Great shoot 'em up. Dragon's Crown day one release. I need to get the PS4 release of it. And I still have my Metal Gear Solid Legacy Edition. Pre-ordered this, was going to open it and play it, but never got around to it. I'm an idiot. But hey, I've got every Metal Gear right here that I need, except for Metal Gear Solid, which is digital, but I've already got Metal Gear Solid right here, and the VR missions, so all good. And also another cool thing that I have for my collection, I saw it just a second ago, I took it down, but, Strikers 1945, good game. But this is the Horizon Chase Turbo soundtrack. I need to put it in a new case. It came in like this, but it's signed by Barry Leach. If you have not played this game, you need to. If you like good music, you need to buy this or go listen to the soundtrack. Barry Leach is a very good friend of mine on Twitter. I talk to him all the time as much as I can, and on Facebook. Very proper gentleman. Very well done soundtrack. Get the soundtrack. You'll thank me later. So I put that right back over here. But as you can see here, that's quite a collection. I mean, my goodness. And that's not all. I mean, I've got more. Set my battery packs over here. Totally forgot I had these. I cannot believe that. Set that right over here. But we're going to go back up into the Nintendo stuff and look at more. I mean, I've got every game you can think of in here. There's Cobra Triangle, Gyros, Gunsmoke. This is all the new games I haven't been able to organize yet. I am a fan of the, this is the, what is it? The Codemaster games. And this is one of my favorite collections or compilations they made, especially for Super Robin Hood. It's a really good game. And then, most expensive game that I have. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's right here. I don't think you can see it, but it's right there. Yeah, I've got a Cowboy Kid. That's my most expensive Nintendo cartridge. And second expensive game right here, Tengen Tetris. I got this at PGRE. Super happy to have it. Actually, second most expensive game's right there. Mega Man 5 with manual. Let's see, right here I've got Radical Reggie's game. Couple of repros like of RC Pro AM 2, Gradius Arcade Edition, Blade Buster, which is a really cool little shoot 'em up, don't care what you call them. I know a lot of people complain about that, but I don't care, it's all good. See your Batman, Ultima, Abadox, Double Dribble, which is signed by who is that signed by? God, I'm an idiot. 8-Bit Brody. Sorry, Brody. You can punch me later if you want. Both Deja Vu and Shadowgate. all the Akari Warriors, Friday the 13th. I've got all the Double Dragons now. I mean, I've just got, goodness, so much games. So many freaking games. I've got a sealed Tetris over here, a sealed Air Fortress, both Zeldas. This is my wall of awesome over here. I forgot to show you this. Shadowbox, some of my favorite games. Both the Zeldas I found super cheap. And then Zappers, NES Advantage. My Shadowbox Super Mario Brothers 3. This game has a lot of sentimental value to me. This isn't the original release because the Brothers is here, and later they put the Brothers up here. But the main thing is that when I was a kid, I was poor, and I rented this game so many times that I could have bought it. And luckily, my dad worked extra, thanks to a couple of, let's just say some nice things happened, and more so that he bought me the game for my birthday in like '91. Thankful to have it, which then I do have the holographic poster down here. But there was one more thing to show you. I mean, Perfect Dark that's sealed. Got most of my complete unboxed games in here. The custom Robos. I mean, crazy stuff. I mean, even flash cartridges like Turbo EverDrive, EverDrive 64, my EverDrive N8's up there. I mean, I've got flash cartridges for everything. And that's not all. We've got more. I mean, there's a controller there. And if I open this up, this has more games. This is my unorganized Game Boy games. And if we go here, I think this is the last bit of it. These are my organized Game Boy games I could find and put them in the cool tape stuff. So this is in the old tapes. But yeah, some good games in there. Kirby's Dream Land 2, Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, Super Mario Land 1 and 2, Wario's Land, Super Mario Land 3. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. Nothing wrong with that. But I think back up here, I have some good stuff. I mean, I got Top Gear Pocket 2. I've got all the Pokemons. You guys will laugh at me for this. This is really weird. Bought this on a whim. This is... Is it scary to say that actually there is a good Daikatana game out there? Yes, John Romero is going to own your ass, but the Game Boy version is actually quite good. So I have a Game Boy version here. It is a reproduction. Paid like $4 for it. I don't care. It's really cool. What else I have? James Bond 007. Great game. A couple of SPs in here. A couple of my Game Boy Advance games are in there. I mean, I've got all the Metroids for it. Super Mario Brothers, all that. So much to list, so little time. And yeah, I mean, I've got so much. It's crazy. And I probably just showed you guys a good 75% of my collection. 75%. So, but yeah, take it in. This is it. This is where I work. This is what I do. And I'm, you know, just maybe a little cluttered, but that's how I am. That's how I roll. But and there's more stuff down here. Actually, I just realized all my PC games are down here. I can show you real quick. This is gonna be super messy, but I'll show you. Down here, it's wire hell. There's my PSP games. But my PC games are over there, which I have like an original Quake, Quake 2, the expansions, a Doom compilation disc, Red Faction, Battlezone, original of Far Cry, Descent. I mean, lots of original games. I mean, I've got so much crap in here, it's unbelievable. Like, parts are sitting there. Like, I've got a part in here and I need to take out and find a dead 64 and swap the sticks. I want to try that out. But my steering wheel setup's right there. My cheap steering wheel setup. And controllers are on the bottom shelf down here, which I'm not going to open because it's just like ridiculous. But yeah, that's it. That's a nice little tour. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I mean, I've got more to show. Like, here, you know what? Let me show you just a little more. I've got more. Why don't you come over here in the closet? These are some of the really nice stuff. we do have in here, there's a Super Famicom up top if you can see it. That is my original NES Deluxe that's been restored with everything inside. I try to keep my boxes for my games and stuff for consoles, which I should have on the other side. My Commodore 64 is in here. On my other side, my hidden ROM. Complete Inbox PlayStation, Complete Inbox Wii U Deluxe Edition, Complete Inbox Nintendo Top Loader, Complete Inbox 3DS, a couple of my modern console stuff. I mean, I've got tons of things. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, I've also, if you didn't see, this is one of the cool things. I do have a projector screen here, and over there, that orange thing, if you can see it, right there, is my projector. I do have a projector in my room. So yeah, I can take the projector outside or play in here and play old games on a projector if I want. Yeah, so I got quite a bit. Oh, my arcade joystick's down there too. I need to get that out and clean it. But yeah, goodness, that was quite a bit. What is this, like a 30-minute video already? My God. Let me switch the camera around and fix you real quick and turn the torch off. Oh goodness, I'm blinded. I'm blinded. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much my room. This is my sanctuary. This is my haven. So hopefully you enjoyed it. You know, if you've got questions or things that I have, I can answer for you. I mean, there might have been a game that you thought that I have, and you can ask me. I might have it. So, but the thing is that game collecting and preservation is continuous, and I'm still going to keep going. So who knows what I'll find next? I know when I get a bigger place, it's time to start looking for arcades. Ooh, I've got a couple of arcade games on the list. Like, even though I've got my 2 right here, like the one right there and the one over there, I'm gonna have more, and I want more. Probably a handful more. That's about it. 2 of them will be racers, I know for sure. But yeah. So thanks for coming by, guys. Everyone have a good evening. Stay fresh, stay clean, and keep an eye out for the Thanksgiving special. I'll be announcing it soon, since I just announced what the game is. So till then, adios.